Hey guys, welcome to Copernicus Corner. I thought I would hop on here for just a little bit, and I'm on Watcher Realms, and just kind of see if I can do some of those Siege of Tia things for a little while. Maybe knock out some Ezreth stuff a little bit. So let us click on to Watcher Realms channel so you can see what's going on up here. All right. I don't have much going on in the background at the moment. I will come over here and do this faction thing real quick. We got 2,000 gold from Hyperion, and then we can click on to this and run the basic trial in the background real fast. We'll do the auto fight and start that. Now, I have looked into the guys that I have, and I think I've made what could be a better team for the Siege of Tia as far as debuffing the opponents and doing a little bit better at getting people, I guess, a little bit of utility, right? He's at 81% right now, 81.8%, so not too much left on him, which is why I wanted to go and lay into him a little bit more as well, because I still have 1,000 morale, which I think is 20 fights worth. So, yes, I would like to get going on that. I think I've tried to clear rooms so that I can hopefully see if anyone chats anywhere. Now, let's go to fight, and I'll show you what I've got at the moment. I looked at Leia, Ajax, Talon, Ares, and then Volca. And so Volca gives magic and physical vulnerability plus 20% and damage reduction by 30%. Ajax does magic resistance minus 15% whenever he's within 2 tiles. Then we've got Talon, who dispels one debuff or one buff from him. And Leia gives rage regen to my people pretty often. And then Ares does defense reduction minus, or defense reduction of 20% and physical vulnerability 30%. Now, granted, the physical vulnerability is going to overwrite Volca's physical vulnerability that she gives, but I think that's okay. We'll still get the damage reduction and the magic vulnerability from her. That being said, she's almost not. I don't know. I think I like it like that. We're gonna try it and see how it goes. Okay, so let's see. I've got to invite some folks. Let's see who's on. We've got Gurvan Darkon. We've got I saw Bugajua up there. Okay, let's just go down the list. Let's go Demon Khan, Bugajua, Sink, Anakin Skywalker, the Buddha, Eric, Little Goldstein. I don't know if this is J.R. Dunner. That's what we're going to call him. And Barry Allen there. So, we've got those invited. We're going to give them a moment to accept or not accept. And then we're going to use some Memoria for whatever else we need along the way. All right. Invite. We're going to go to Memoria Assist and see who I want to use here. Like I said, I've got about 20 in me, which means I could use some of these folks who are higher level. Their Memorial. Let's see who we want to use here. It's interesting that we can't just sort them in any way whatsoever. It would be kind of cool to be able to see what their teams are before we sort them, or at least what kinds of benefits and detriments that they have. Let's go with Bobo over here. I think he had, I think they said an A1 Kajiri, but he had some other guys that were kind of cool. So let's do him. And then, let's see who else we got here. All right, I think I want to wait on some of these folks for later. Let's go ahead with Genus. Okay, so we got those two. I'm not sure which side of the map they're going to be putting their guys on, but we'll kind of roll with the punches on that and see what happens. All right, we're going to try this team out. Maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse. Who knows? Let's go. Let's start, I think, again with Ares and Ajax. Maybe Ares, Ajax, Volca, Talon, then Leia? No, Leia. Let's start with Ares. Anyway, that's okay. Looking at which direction they're coming from, looks like I've got the bottom over here. So that's a Sun Wukong right there. So we'll stick Ares here, Ajax there. Then we'll do Volca next behind Ares. Then I think we'll do Talon here and Leia right there. And then turn on ultimates and check out the stats. Gonna wait for a moment for it to kind of stabilize before I go down and make some kind of a leaderboard roll call. Now, what I did also is I changed the gear on these guys. I know you guys are going to be thrilled. I changed the gear so that they would be a little bit more survivable. The goal was not to do damage or anything like that. It was actually just for them to live better. I don't know if that'll work, but we got some defense. We got a little more health, and I did complete some sets so that we could get some defense bonuses and health bonuses to my people. I don't know. We'll see. And I did trade Leia out for, I traded Vortex out, I should say, for Leia. And whether that'll be sufficient or not, I don't know. I was hoping to be able to use Leia for the Rage regen. So we'll see if that works. One way to find out. I'm doing very well, that's for sure. So far, my people are still alive. That's a plus. And the damage is certainly coming in hard and heavy. So, got another 2 minutes left. We're already at 2,300,000,000 and some odd thousand, so 300 million, sorry. We've got Numera at the top, followed by Born, and Sun Wukong, Nastia, Nezha, Ingrid, Celine, Kajir, Talon, Ajax, Volca, Ares, and then Riding Hall. So that's what it's looking like at the moment. So far, none of the guys have died. That's definitely a plus. However, they're taking big hits. And probably somebody's going to go down here pretty soon. Maybe not. We've only got 35 seconds left on the board, so might make it through, might not. Here's a Galaxy's End. Let's see if it ends anybody. Actually, they did survive on our team here, so that's not bad. That means the buffs have continued to be available the entire fight. I'm cool with that. So we ended that fight with a total of 3,556,990,000. Purification score is 3,556. Now, I can't really compare because I'm not sure that I've used that exact group before, but I do kind of think that was the highest damage output that a team that I've been on has done yet. Which, it sort of makes me think that maybe the team changes helped. I'm not sure. We got 1,500 combat merit, 4 gear recasting hammer shards, 10 quick clear tickets, 10 sanguine fabrics, and 10 smoldering scales for that. Looks like Genus topped the damage 56%. Numera was at the very top with 654,226,000, followed by Hex at 595,393,000, and then Nastia at 467,224,000. Then we got Bobo down here, who did with Sun Wukong 542,735,000, and then Nezha did 412,440,000, followed up by Ingrid at 344,668,000. Then on my team here, Talon did 29,257,000, which is pretty high for her in this group. And Ajax also did 25,385,600. So yeah, I mean, just overall, that was pretty good, I think. Decent showing. Let's go on here. All right. He's at 82% right now, guys, so be sure to jump in on this as soon as you can. We definitely want to knock him out so that we can get that that Lord, or, well, that Legendary introduced. All right. Now, let us challenge again. I've still got, I think, 19 fights left without any more morale gain. Okay. Let us try again. Invite. And I can go ahead and invite all these folks. If any of them come, great. If they don't, that's fine. We'll send out the old call and see what happens. And then I'm going to go straight to Memoria Assist, and we'll do the same group. Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do a different group this time. We haven't done some of these people at all. OJ was playing earlier, and so I was using, we were playing together. I wasn't using his Memoria. So I could do that. Use OJ's Memoria and then somebody else's, and get a little bit of an idea as to how much improvement or not was done by those changes. So we did Bobo with, I think we did it with OJ earlier. So let's try his Memoria and then OJ's Memoria. And then we should be able to have some kind of a comparison, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to be easy to do because I don't actually remember how well we did with that grouping previously. But we'll try. All right, let's match up. I'm going to try to pay attention where people put their groups and then put mine in to make it as easy for everyone as possible. Okay, they are taking the sides, it looks like. So I once again am going to take back here. And in fact, yeah, right here is good. And then we'll put Volca behind him. Let's put Ajax. Ajax immediately debuffs. And then, hold on, put Leia here. And Talon here. And then we'll turn on the ultimates and start watching and see how it goes. Some of my heroes almost went down in the last fight. Pretty close. So I wouldn't be surprised if one drops this time around, or maybe more than one, who knows, it could be a slaughter for all I know. We'll see. Gonna definitely wait for a little bit, the leaderboard to settle over there. The damage is going well so far. Up to almost 1 billion already, and we've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. So the Voidfall really barely hurt anybody out there right now. This early in the stage. Astral Reap, again, barely took health off people. Ajax lost a little. Ajax is probably most likely to die of my group, I'm not sure. The fact that we're already getting hit that hard doesn't bode particularly well. But that's alright. Galaxy's End is the big hit, I think. it was okay. Not too bad. It'll get worse. Hey OJ, how you doing? I'm using your Memoria even as we speak. I have changed up my team a little bit, and I think it has been useful. I don't know if you remember how well we did whenever you and I went with I think Genus's, no, whose Memoria is this? Genus's Memoria? No, Bobo's Memoria earlier. Because I was wanting to compare, if you can recall, exactly what the stats were on that earlier. I don't remember. I personally am pretty sure we're doing better now because we're already at 2.5 billion. We've still got 30 seconds on the clock. And so far, none of my guys have died. And I say that right before the two of them die. That's fine. Looks like Ajax went down. I suspected Ajax would be the first one to go. Him and Leia went down simultaneously. But that's not too bad. Right up until the last 20 seconds, they were fine. All right, so we ended up with 2,753,600,000 damage total. Purification score of 2,753, and I'm pretty sure that that's better than what we did earlier. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. We got 1,250 combat merit, 70,000 XP potions, 40 stamina, and 2 gear recasting hammer shards for that. Looks like, let's see. So hard for me to tell the difference. They're both red. I'm not sure which of these people is which. We're going to click here. I think this is OJ, because I see Celine here. We've got Sun Wukong at 487,238,000. You know what? If I'm playing with Bobo, I think he had a Kajiri who was A1, so this has to be OG, right? All right, so 487,238,000 for Sun Wukong, 401,276,000 for Kajiri, then down to Celine with 255,823,000. Next is, I believe this is Bobo. Sun Wukong is 475,835,000, followed by Nezai at 370,507,000. And then it drops down to Ingrid at 279,324,000. All right, not too shabby if I do say so myself. But hey, let's check on my guys too. Talon did 23,499,400, followed by Ajax at 19,084,000. Okay, let's see what we can do this time. First and foremost, we'll see if anybody active is ready. We're at 900 morale at the moment. So, what is that? 18 more plays, I think. All right. Let us invite. Here's Dobby is online now. We've got Gurdon Vart. I can't speak. Gurdon Vart. I'm telling you, today is a day of just tongue tripping, I think. Here's Demon Khan, Bugajoa, Saint Anakin Skywalker, the Buddha, Luminous RL, Eric, Dragonheart, and BS, Lil Goldstein, J.R. Dunner, and then I thought Tottenham was busy, so it's a shame. See if anybody's in. Nope, nobody. So let's go to the Memoria Assist and see what we can do here. This time, we did a few rounds with Cody and OJ, Cody's Memoria and OJ, but I don't want to use up my last couple of attempts with his right now, I don't think. We have 5 left with a Rubian, so I haven't used his at all today. So how about I use one of our Rubians, and then we shall use, let's use another of OJ's. Oh, Dobby says you can invite me again. I accidentally declined. Well, we'll do that instead. That's even more fun. All right, Dobby, invite. There we are. And then we'll see how it goes. Rubian says deja vu. Yes. Gotta get this guy down, you know? Team is full. It sure is. Apparently looks like someone joined. I don't know who, but that's okay. We'll try it last time. Next time. Peruvian says I joined and hear my name. Scary. Yeah, it's tough, man. All right. Start matching. So it is Bugajoa who joined. So we have Bugajoa and Peruvian. That's okay. We'll get you next time, Dobby. All right. This time it should be interesting because Bugajoa is present and Peruvian. So let's see how it goes with this. All right, gonna wait for just a second to see where people are putting their guys. Looks like they're taking the sides, so I will once again take the middle here. And we're gonna just toss out the debuffer, or the buffers rather, and then the debuffer. And now a healer / rage regen. Turn on the ultimates and we'll see what happens here. All right, I think it's going decently so far, all things considered. We've got Kajiri at the top. I shouldn't speak so quickly because Sun Wukong has made a leap into the lead. I don't know. We'll see how it ends up playing out. I suspect Sun Wukong will be at the top. All right. Then there's the other question of, can these guys survive? Who's this? Oh yeah, that was one of Sun Wukong's guys, I think, and disappeared because he was cloned. All right. We've got Sun Wukong, Neza, Kajiri, Ingrid, Sun Wukong again, Horn, Ajax, Talon, another Ajax, Wrath, Volca, and Ares on the leaderboard at the moment. Looks like we're probably going to break 1 billion. I'm happy enough with that. Not too far away from it. There we are. I wonder if we'll make 1.5. Let's see. Kind of doubting it because we have about a minute left for, well, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I suspect some people are going to get blown up here in the moment. One of my guys almost went down. That was Ajax, I believe. And probably it'll be the same as last time where Ajax and Leia get wiped out together. We'll see though. Maybe not. Maybe they'll make it through. That's Flesh Bane right there. And we made it through. All of my guys survived. Peruvian says, what's the beverage this fine day? At the moment, we have some cinnamon dolce latte, also known as coffee with cinnamon. So we've got total damage of 1,320,900,000. Not too bad. I really didn't expect to get much over 1 billion with, with my level and Bogajora's level, and so it's pretty decent, really. Then we got a purification score of 1,320. We got 1,125 combat merit, 10 sanguine fabric, 2 gear recasting hammer shards, 35,000 XP potions, and 40 stamina. Looks like Peruvian's Memoria, I almost said memorabilia, Memoria, Sun Wukong did 432,520,000, followed by Kibziri at 322,884,000, then Neza at 284,969,000. Then we have Bogajoa next. His Sun Wukong did 57,005,700, and then Zaborn did 37,708,400. And then my folks, hey, we actually did 3% of the damage this time. Really, really rocking it up. Talon, it got 17,935,300, and Ajax did 10,007,000. Peruvian says, looks like I need to step up my game. That's right. Now, why don't you put out at least, I don't know, at least 2 billion by yourself? Come on, man. All right. Let's see what we got. We're at 83% right now. 850 morale left to go. Let us fight. And I know that Dobby said he's available, so we'll invite him. Let's invite Gervan Dark and see who else we have on here. I don't think any of you are in here otherwise. So, well, Bugajoa may be hanging out, lurking in the background. I will go with inviting just from the top down. So we had Demon Khan, Bugajoa, Anakin Skywalker, Shanzi, Eric, Tottenham, Dragonheart, BS, Milhus, Little Goldstein probably, Three-Eye Monkey. Is that similar to Third Eye Blind? I wonder. And J.R. Dunner 1. Now, let's see. First of all, we have a full team. So let us start matching. We have Dobby and Shanzi. All right, let's see where people are sticking their stuff out. On both sides, looks like. So again, I will take this same area as before. Throw out Ares, then Volca, then Ajax. Then we'll put out Talon over here. And then lay it down at the bottom. Let's turn on ultimates and check out the stats. OJ Pimpson says people come up with some names in this game. Yes, absolutely. I just saw one at the top. Going by as a banner, and I think it was trying to say Dice Man, and that's not how I read it because the E was a 3, and that's just not how I read it. But anyway, Dice Man with a 3. All right. We've got Kajiri at the top with 168 million at the moment. Oh, Sun Wukong just passed up Kajiri. So I'll give it a minute to kind of stabilize. I do, again, think Sun Wukong will be probably at the top. That tends to be the way of it. OJ Pimpson says, not like I would use a silly name, but some people do. Yeah, not you. Definitely not. Because never did call you Dill for any reason. All right, I think we've stabilized now. We've got Sun Wukong, then Katiri, then Neza, Ingrid, Iovar. Do we say it Iovar or do we say it Eovar? Then we've got Raisin, Cretus, Silas, Talon, Ajax, Volca, and Ares on the damage front. We already lost Talon. What a shame. That was fast. It's looking like he's hitting pretty hard this time around. Something is amiss. But there's Talon back out. So let's get that buff off of him, maybe. Hopefully. See what he's got going on here. We've got burning, movement speed minus 25%. We've got deals continuous true damage equal to 1% of the target's max HP per second and increases their disparate damage taken by 10%. Deals 20%. Okay, another burning. A third burning, defense minus 20%, damage plus 45%. Yeah, I need to remove those buffs. I wonder if we can. I guess so. Defense and magic resistance plus 90%. Not great. And magic resistance minus 15%. Interesting. Definitely glad that I brought my buffs along. You're very, very helpful. Oh, man. Of course, they're getting slaughtered on the regular, but that's all right. It's fine. Oh, no. Things are not looking great out there. But that's okay, because overall, we ended up with 2,098,440,000 and a purification score of 2,098. Not too bad. Peruvian says the grotesque did it. Yeah, that is correct. OJ says there's a dude in the guild named Anvil Latrine. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised if people outside of the 90s get that one. Dobby says Kajiri could have had better damage if I didn't mess up his ultimate so many times. Ah, it's all right. It's okay. We got 2 billion. I mean, I'm not complaining, right? We got 1,250 combat merit, 10 quick clear tickets, 10 smoldering scales, 70,000 XP potions for that. And, we still did pretty well, I think. I think we can call 1.5 billion a decent amount of damage. All right. Sun Wukong did 584,387,000, followed by Katiri at 455,792. I said that completely wrong. It's 455,792,000. Followed by Nezan at 286,913,000, and Celine at 263,099,000. All right. After that, we have this person. Who is this person? Don't recall. But they had Ivar at 186,664,000, and then Cretus at 114,788,000, followed by Raisin. And I realize that it's Raisin, most likely, but I just appreciate calling him Raisin because he kind of looks like a raisin. And he did 114,708,000. And then on my team, which by the way, 2%, not bad. Talon did 14,704,600, and Ajax did 10,629,500. And that's, that's even counting being dead for a little while. All right. Let's see here. We're at 800 morale at the moment. Okay, let's try again. 83.9%. So we have 16.1% left to go, guys. Irvian says, is he a California raisin? I don't know his backstory. Let's see if he's, you know what? Let's go check him out. I haven't checked out his backstory at all. We can come back to this in a moment. We're going to interrupt this regularly scheduled program with, first of all, a check on old Maureen over here, who has brought us 30 flame broiled beef and 30 blazing chilies. Not too bad. I would have liked a pearl, but actually I think I would have liked a volcanic salt right now. But either way, I'll take it. We've got Arena over here that we can refresh. We should do that real fast. There we are. And we do have someone that we can go up against. It is DM Sobolov. Sobolev? Yes, DM Sobolev from Russia, surprisingly. 320,134 PP on that one, and there's a chance. Let's go for it. We've got 340,329 in our group. Let us auto fight and see what happens. Caribbean, nobody knows about the California raisins anymore. I think you're dating yourself there. We got Lady Mina on board with Eternal Darkness, continuously inflicts blood sigil and immobilized state on up to 10 targets in range. After casting the ultimate, Lady Mina transforms into Phantom Dracula, dealing 220% AoE piercing physical damage to up to 5 targets one time every 2 seconds. Oh no. Peruvian says, I think I may have heard it through the grapevine. Oh no. Oh gosh. Alright, now we have Blood Dracula with Impaling Charge. Can choose the charge to an unoccupied ground tile within 3 tiles, dealing 500% AoE damage to up to 7 enemies in path. If cast in place, deals 360% AoE damage to up to 10 enemies within 2 tiles. for 15 seconds after casting the ultimate, increases the hero's block by 2, and the hero gains up to 30% damage increase and damage reduction based on the number of enemies within 2 tiles, max effect at 5 units. Okay, then he's got a Rocco with Spider Stance. The hero evolves, expands attack range, increases damage by 60%, converts basic attack into 2 consecutive strikes, prioritizing 2 different targets in range. Okay, who else do we have here? Already did a Rocco, but I can't click. There we go, Vierna. Vierna has Reaper's Grasp and has disappeared. Well, that's a shame. Alright, down here is Ingrid with Cosmic Shift. So she can be in solar mode or stellar mode. I think that solar mode is single target mode, and I think that stellar mode is AoE mode. I have nothing to base that on beyond my own suppositions based on the name, and I think that someone has confirmed that for me before. Definitely getting slaughtered on this round. I don't even think if you put Vierna back out, or maybe they did and I just couldn't find her. So that was the DM Sobolev, 320,134 BP. All right, stats show that Vlad did the most damage on the board of 26,942,500, followed by Beatrix with 15,093,100. And then we've got Valise with 12,838,100. Oh no. Aruvian says, for dinner tonight, Raisin Canes. Oh no, it's comedy hour. Dobby says, yeah, solar mode is AoE, stellar mode is single target. Okay, so I got it backward. That's interesting. I definitely would have thought it would be the other direction, but still it's the same concept. Cool. All right, we got 3 arena coins and 20 infernal emblems there. Okay, so that was the only one we had any chance against. We got slaughtered. All right, the background fights over here give us 300 XP, potions, and 12 shelter insignia 3s. So that was for the faction trial. We have some quest rewards. We've got obtain a daily chest from Hyperion, giving us 10,000 coins and 5 engraved rings, and then clearing faction trial on any difficulty level 1 time gets us 5 more engraved rings and 10,000 more gold. Then we have the box at the top up here for 40 diamonds and 5 more engraved rings. And probably we can go ahead and go use those engraved rings, but first to storage, where we have some shards to put together. It is gear recasting hammer shards, so that we can have 1 gear recasting hammer. Out of there, and I think we throw some of this stamina that's building up at the Mystery of Artifacts for this Oracle trial down here. Alright, so we got the Tireless Raider on, so we're only auto-fighting 4 times with what we've got right here. Hop out of there, and we've got events over here. We have Wizard's Horde. Participate in the arena 20 times. We'll get 8 arena permits for that. Then Engraver's Exhibition. I think I don't know. No, I don't have all of the stamps on yet. So let's stamp a little bit more. Okay, there we are. And now we'll swap some of these around into, hopefully, the correct places so that we don't waste our very precious engraved rings. It's always the fear. To accidentally swap into the wrong tile. Alright, so we got 100,000 gold, 50 diamonds, and 6 5-star psychic power shards for that. Alright, then I've got 8 more engraved rings at the moment, so we can stamp a couple of times and then move on. Oh, by the way, while we're in that area, you were mentioning skin shards earlier. Looks like I have 45 out of 75 of the ones that we'll need for the Spellbound Horror Torador. It would be cool to have Torador to go along with the Spellbound Horror skin, but as it stands, I'll probably have the skin, and I probably won't have the guy. We'll see. That's alright. Who needs it? We'll just hang his skin up there with all of our other skins in the closet. to be brought out later on. All right, Oracle Trial. I think there was a movie about that, something about Silence of the Lambs, Mystery of Artifact, three legendary skill crystal shards from that. Oh, Dobby says if you want to max out those rewards, you can just spam gear upgrades. Gear upgrades level up that event really fast. Yeah, sure. I'm not too terribly worried about it. Just kind of moseying along as usual. But thank you. We got this background fight here, which is 36,960 gold, 11,760 XP potions, 43 flawless meteorites, 111 mithril, 258 mystery of artifacts trophies, and 90 infernal emblems there. All right, let's see. What next do I want to do? I can't do the Odyssey yet. We do have something more in the storage, it looks like. It is, oh, okay. We got a 5-star psychic power to throw together. That's always fun. Actually, I think that might mean that I can level up, or star up, rather, Sun Wukong, possibly? Let's see, maybe. I'm not sure how many guys I have to eat there. No, I don't. I'm still one shy. Maybe I have enough XP. I don't know that I do. I do have some XP. That's not bad. Okay. Probably I don't have nearly enough people to do anything with nonetheless, but we'll try it. See if we can get enough. No luck. I may as well quick star this guy up, but it's not gonna get us where we need to be. So, could be better, could be worse. Alright. Now, back on out of there. I would like to have Sun Wukong leveled up. I don't think that he'll be very important for what I'm doing right now with the Siege of Tia. He doesn't really have any debuffs that I need, so again, I'm so low on all of the things that it wouldn't do me much good as far as the damaging outputs goes. Alright. Here we have some random guys, so we'll get a couple of gray guys, and then back out. And let's check and see. We've still got some time left on the arena. It's 5 minutes and 54 seconds. So, with that in mind, I'm going to hop back over to the Siege of Tia and see what we can do on Ezereth. Okay. I think so. We fight him. And we invite, we've got, let's see. I know we've got Gridron Dart there. We've got, I think Dobby must be gone for the moment, or, busy. I see. Much too busy. Alright, well then, in that case, we shall just invite down the row. There's Demoncon, Bagajoa, Sink, Anakin Skywalker, Dabuda, Lapine, Shawnzi, Eric, Glottenham, Dragonheart, and Mill. It's Millhouse. I want to say Millhouse, but it's not. Alright, we got a couple of folks. Who knows who? We're going to be slaughtered, but that's fine. Let's do it. We've got Lapine and Shawnzi come along. If we can make a billion, I'll be a little surprised. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Alright. Let's go with, okay, let's wait a second and see where all we got people putting out. Alright. I'm going to take the middle here, I think, and just try the same strat as before and hope for the best, you know? What's going to happen is we're going to get overwhelmed by those little dudes right there, and it's going to go very bad very fast. That's all right. I could have tried putting Ares as a blocker down there. I don't know that would have... I don't know, maybe that would have been a better choice than what I did, but that's all right. Let's see. OJ says you might get Toreador for the legendary for beating the event. You never know. The odds are not phenomenal, but I will. But it could happen. there's some really good legendaries you could get. Yes, that is absolutely true. I saw the list of them the other day, and it would be helpful to have some of those guys, but I'm not going to put too much thought into it because honestly, it's the odds are what I'll get whatever the worst one is. So as long as I go in with those expectations, I won't be disappointed. All right, let's see where we're at. We've got Eovar at the top, followed by Raisin, then Pretus, Lord Phineas, Rune Hollow, Arrogance, Numera, Vorn, Talon, Ajax, Volca, and Ares. All right, we've got Talon down. Interestingly, I think, okay, we did all show up here. It's just that they both put their guys on the left side, or on the right side. That's what happened here. It's a shame. Ouch. That was wipe right there. That is a read wipe. Ah, what a shame. I haven't had that happen in a while. All right, we got 329,142,000 there. We got 329 purification score, 1,000 combat merit, 10 sanguine fabrics, 10 quick clear tickets, and 40 stamina. Still a decent haul in spite of everything. All right, we had, I think this is, I think this is the team here with 71% of the damage at level 86. And he had Eovar at 82,991,400, followed by Raisin at 61,619,400. All right, now next, I cannot remember this guy's name, but he's got Phineas at 35,653,200, and then Numera at 16,959,000. And then there's me. It's sad to say that I did 4% of the damage. We got Talon at 7,453,770 there. All right, let us give it another whirl. It's currently at 84%. It's 84.863%. So again, if you want to get your chance in at Ezereth, now is the moment. You know, run out of time soon enough. He's going down fast. All right, we're going to fight and invite. All right, we will start with Vervondar. And, oh, Dobby is still busy. So, we shall just go down the list again. We've got Demon Khan, Bugajora, Sink, Anakin Skywalker, the Buddha. We've got, oh, Shanzi, that was the 86's name. Then Eric and Fottenham. And then, let's see if we got any, okay, all right. Then we're going to go with the Memoria Assist over here. And we're going to get, let's get Gervon the Darks and Rubian's Memoria. Let's try that. All right, now, start matching. Rubian says, of all the inventions of the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable. Oh, no. It just continues. All right. They threw Sun Wukong out. I think he's right here. So, what's that mean for me? It means I'm just going to go beside him and not worry about it. That's what it means. So it looks like he's taking up the left-hand side. So we're gonna do this whole number right here like we did before, and hope for the best. Turn on those ultimates, throw out Leia. Big plans. Sarah Rubian, the ad will not last as long as the 5 I hope. If it does, we're in trouble. Okay, we'll give it a little bit for everybody to settle on that leaderboard there before I read it off to you. We're almost at 1 billion at the moment, which is a great start. We've got almost 4 minutes left. It's 3 minutes, 50 seconds. All right. We've got Sun Wukong, Walderon, Tajiri, Nazar, Gretchen, Count Dracula, Cithra, Ingrid, Ajax, Talon, Carnelian, Volca, and Ares. Not the most common assortment of heroes for this fight that I've seen for sure. I don't really see, I've been used to seeing a lot of poison on some teams, and then a lot of Sun Wukong and Kajiri teams. But we've got a different group right here, and it looks like no duplicates, which is crazy. No duplicates in the whole game. It's 15 different characters, I suppose. Cool. Let's click around on them. Here's Carnelian with Soul Infusion. Grants Soul Essence to all allies with HP below 50% in range, and grants physical damage reduction and magic damage reduction to all allies in range. That's pretty useful, but it only applies to your people and not to the people in the other teams, apparently, which is a shame. I feel like if it says allies, it really ought to apply to anybody, but that's all right. Arudian says, I've been surprised on how much damage Talon can do on this fight. Right. Yeah, under the right conditions, if you've got her leveled up properly, she can definitely do some stuff. Okay. I think we're doing pretty decently. My guys have not died yet. It's always pleasant. Not to say that they won't, but it's going okay. Here's Galaxy's End. Let's see how it looks when he does that. He really hit hard, but we made it through. Didn't take enough to kill us off. That damage reduction is nice. And so, we ended that one with 2,837,540,000 total damage. Is that the new high? It might be. I think it might be for our group. I think so. Purification score of 2,837. We've got 1,250 combat merit, 10 quick gear tickets, 2 gear recasting hammer shards, and 70,000 hero XP potions, which is nice because we can use that to help attempt to level up Ajax later on. All right, looks like Arubian is at the top with 494,610,000. And that was 53% of the damage. Looks like Sun Wukong topped those numbers at 568,162,000, followed by Kajiri at 408,422,000. Then Nizal, 339,821,000. Then we've got Gurvan Dark, who has, I think that's Valderon, right? At 448,733,000. Then Gretchen at 313,449,000. And then I don't know who this one is. Is it Cithra? Is it it's an alternate skin for Cithra, right? 256,787,000. Arubian says, gotta run, catch ball. Have a good one, Arubian. I'll be playing with your Memorial while you're gone. Alrighty. Your struggle is but a spark in the scorching gale. And now, we have the World Eater at 85.273%. We've got just under 15% left on him. Alright, so let's go fight him again. We've got 700 left. Me as well. Alright. Let us invite some fellow sacrifices. Okay, who all we got on at the moment? Okay, let's just start at the top and go down. We got Demon Khan, Bogatura, Gurvan Dark, Sink, Anakin Skywalker, the Buddha, Mr. Sharp, very unknown, that's promising, Tottenham, we call him Millhouse, and Derelict 8. And then, let's see, nobody's accepted yet, so let's go do some Memoria. Let us do, okay, we're running low on some of these guys. So we've got a 4 on OJ's. Maybe I want to go that direction. Maybe. See what else we have in this list. The list is long, let me tell you. Like, people are definitely queued up for this. OJ says he's dropping fast. He sure is. He's definitely going to go down tonight. And I recommend getting on quickly if you want to get in on it. We got, let's go with Bobo's Memoria. And then, let's see here. And then OJ's Memoria. Okay. Close. And let's start matching. All right. Let's see what we've got. I bet we can do pretty well. I feel like I was able to go into the middle section with this group earlier. And I'm going to assume that I'm right and put Ajax here, Volca there. Oh no, that wasn't Ajax, that was Ares. Now Ajax there, Talon here, and then Leia there. And turn on those ultimates, see what happens. Still gonna wait because some people are moving around on that leaderboard still. Give a little bit longer to kind of settle out. Oh, somebody just won James. That's cool. 1944 LOL. And so now we hit the billion mark. We're at 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Looks like Sun Wukong is at the top right now, followed by Neza, Kajiri, another Sun Wukong, another Neza, 2 Ingrids, a Kajiri, Talon, Ajax, Volca, and Ares. Let's see what he's got on him. He's got burning a couple more times there, defense minus 20%, physical damage taken plus 20%, magic damage taken plus 20%, damage plus 30, 2 stacks of that, magic resistance minus 15%, and another stack of burden. Okay, well, that's acceptable, I suppose. Just passed 2 billion. Almost at 2.5 billion now. There it went. 30 seconds still on the clock. And surprisingly, still no one dead. I see. As they die. I'm very good at that. I time it perfectly. They can't come back out. But it was down to 30 seconds. I suppose that's sufficient. They did what they needed to do. Alright, so we got 2,803,520,000. Not too bad. It's not the best we've done, but it's pretty close. It's pretty nice. Purification score of 2,803. We got 1,250 combat merit, 10 smoldering scales, 35,000 XP potions, 20,000 gold, and 2 gear recasting hammer shards. Hey, does anybody get a notification when somebody uses your Memoria? I have no idea how that works. Or does any? I mean, you would certainly know if you did by now because I've used some of your Memorias. So let me know. Okay, now we have let's see, we were using Bobos and Rubians for this. Or no, Bobos and OJs, I think, for this. So let's see who we have here. I think this is Bobos. And he did 51% of the damage. So Sun Wukong is at the top with 556,618,000 damage. Following that is Neza with 416,103,000 damage. And then Ingrid at 281,124,000. So then with, I believe, OJ's, he did 47% of the damage. Sun Wukong was at the top with 433,851,000, followed by Kajiri at 375,980. That's not right. 375,980,000. And then Celine at 250,140,000. And actually, Neza is right behind Celine, interestingly, at 247,504,000. OJ says, I don't think it notifies you. Oh, right. My guys. Yeah, sure. We've got Talon at 25,092,900, followed by Ajax at 21,114,100. All right. Great. I'm just saying, if you want to boost up your DPS, grab my group. All right. There is combat merit times 30 over there in that box. And we've still got 650 morale. His purification score is at 85.774%. But before I go back in, I want to go and run some arena, or at least refresh it and see if I want to do anything with it. Odds are I won't, but you never know. Nope. No, 434,238 is the lowest on that board. I'll skip that for now. Then in that case, what else might I want to do out here? I think I'm good out here, actually. I'm going to go back into the Siege of Tia. Alright. Still at 85%. It's gone up a little bit since I left and came back. Let us fight the good fight here. Okay. Who have we got? We've got a Rubian on now. That's fun. We've got Gurvan Dark. Let's see. Anybody else? Dubby is still busy. Dubby is super busy. Then we've got Demon Khan, Bugajula. Oh, Cody's on. Didn't see him on. Let's see what it looks like out here. Okay. We're still missing a person, so we'll invite some more. Okay. I think you invited those guys. Let's do Sync. Anakin Skywalker, the Buddha, Mr. Shark, Eric, Big Dart Sparks, and Tottenham. Nice name, Big Dart Sparks. Alright, and then, if we don't get anybody, I'll go grab a Memoria. For a few seconds, and then call it good and go check it out. Memoria. Alright, whose do we want? We've got have a Rubian's Memoria in the room. That is not correct. I have a Rubian in not his Memoria. How strange. Cody says, dang, wish I could join, but out of morale. Sadly. What a sad time. Did you see all those codes that I posted earlier, by the way, Cody? There's a good number of them. I know you probably already have them, but there were a good number of them. Alright, let's see here. Who do we have in the way of Memoria to invite along? Let's do... Let's do... Genus's Memoria here. Cody says, got him. Excellent. Alright, now, let's match it up. OJ says, I'm hyped to pull Ancients tomorrow. Excellent. Alright. Let's see where everybody throws their guys. Okay, looking like it's safe for me to put them here on the middle left. So let's begin tossing them out there. And then turn on the ultimates and turn on the overall statistics so we can watch the numbers go by. Cody says, how did your polls go today? Same to you, Kip, if you pulled any. Let's see, today, no, I think I just, I threw a couple of diamonds at something, crystals rather. But I feel like I got like screwed for something. I don't know, somebody like that. Cody says, same OJ, got called into work today. Just like, thank God it's not Saturday. Oh no. OJ got a new room, Hollow and a couple of awakenings. Nice. All right, we've passed the billion mark. We've got 3 minutes, 45 seconds left. We've got Numera at the top, followed by Aborn, then Sun Wukong, Nastia, Nazal, Celine, Kadiri, Ingrid, Ajax, Talon, Volca, Ares, and Riding Hall. This is another one where we have just, I think, 15 different people, which is very nice. I like the spread. Different effects going off across the board. Puzzles 09 just won Akira. You're doing very well on this fight, I think. 2.3 billion at the moment. It looks like this might end up being the top damage so far. Unless something tragic happens. Definitely is, because we're going to pass 3 billion. I say that, but I'm not actually sure that that's true. We may have done this before. I can't recall. Cody says you better save him an Orin copy than 200 plus ancients of yours. Talking to OJ. Sounds good. So look at that number. That's not bad. 3,459,550,000 for 3,459 purification score. We got 1,500 combat merit, 20,000 gold, 80 stamina, 10 single fabric, and 10 smoldering scale for that. So, looks like, I think this is this Genus? I think this is Genus. Did the most damage with 58% of it, and that was Numera at 784,111,000. Hex at 556,621,000, and then Nastia at 433,235,000. Then Arubian did 40% of the damage. Sun Wukong got 526,838,000. Kitiri did 343,277,000, and then Mosa did 313,958,000 there. Not bad. All right, my crew. We got Talon at 29,831,400, and Ajax 27,592,900. Definitely do think that changing my team up to this has helped the overall team output of all the different teams that I've been on. Seems to be that way. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. All right, let's see. Actually, I was going to fight again, but I think we might can go refresh the arena by now. No, not yet. Okay, I was thinking we only had 8 minutes left before, but no. Actually, must have just done it and then left. Actually, I do recall I refreshed it and was like, oh yeah, no, that's not good. And then we left. That's right. All right. Back over to Siege of Tia. And Ezreath, your friend and mine, the big, fiery, demon, dragon kind of guy. Fight him. And let's invite. So, we've got Rugen and Cody who can't join us, and Gurvandart. And then everybody else. Let's do Demon Khan, Vogajoa, Sink, Eric, Anakin Skywalker, Thottenham, and Dragonheart. And then let's look. We have, I think, Rugen among us. I clicked start matching. That is not what I meant to do. Oh no, heavens. We have Fractured Psyche with me. I clicked buttons bad. Alright, well, Fractured Psyche it is. Alright. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so let's go with Aries first, but wait. They're sticking people out there. So I'll take the upper left in that case. Let's go right here with Aries. Ah, bad choice. Everything is all wrong. I'm gonna do Vulcan next regardless. Talon here, Ajax there, and then Leia here. Ah, tough times, let me tell you. Turn on the ultimates, and we'll see how it goes. Ouch. At least we have some people in place to block the mobs somewhat, I guess. Not to kill the mobs, just to, you know, stop them for a second. Well, let's have a look at the detriments here. We've got burning, physical damage taken plus 20%, magic damage taken plus 20%, physical damage and magic taken plus 20%. Feels like a repeat. Defense minus 20%, more burning, damage plus 15%, one stack of that. Magic resistance minus 15%, and 7 stacks of defense and magic resistance plus 70%. Ouch. Alright. We've got Sun Wukong at the top, followed by Katiri, Neza, Ingrid, second copy of Neza, Guan Yu, Talon, Ajax, Roka, Ares, and King Hearts. I have not seen King Hearts be used in this battle at all prior to now. I don't have him myself, and let's see if we can find him somewhere. That's not it. Let's see, maybe he's down here. There he is. Alright. Fury of Winter deals AoE damage equal to 160% of attack to surrounding enemies, inflicting freeze. Gains a shield that can absorb damage equal to 90% of max HP that lasts 8 seconds. Interesting. Interesting choice. But we've cleared a billion, so that's something. Galaxy's End is incoming. Knocked out 2 of my guys. I won't have time to pick them back out. To win a 3rd one. Rough times. Alright, let's see. 1,315,560. Still alright. 560,000, that is. Purification score of 1,315. We got 1,125 combat merit. 40 stamina, 35,000 XP potions, 20,000 gold, and 10 sanguine fabric. We've got Aruvian doing 90% of the damage. Good job, Aruvian. With Sun Wukong at the top, 479,760,000, followed by Katiri at 329,634,000, then Neza at 239,561,000. After that, we have I can't remember his name. I said it a minute ago, but I don't recall it. But his Nazar did for 63,928,400. Then Wanyu at 39,907,400. OJ says, "Hey, Kep, invite me. I've got 100 morale." Amazing. Let's do it. First, I guess I'll look and see how my guys did. We had Talon at 17,930,900, and Ajax at 8,680,780. All right, so let's go in again. Our friend is at 86.66 at the moment. Let us fight and invite. So we have Rubian and OJ, hopefully both with morale. Definitely OJ has some. Rubian, I think. Yes, excellent, wondrous. Let's go. Ah, they're not ready yet. Sorry. I got a little trigger happy there. All right. Okay, let us start with Aries, and where shall we put him? Over on the left, it looks like. So let's go here with Aries, and then, I did it again. It's backward. All right, well, too bad. Let's put Ajax out. We gotta go forward with the mistakes we make, right? Should be able to, I'm trying to place everyone as wrongly as I possibly can. That's the goal. Talon back here. There we go. I think we made it through those hard times. All right. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Currently, we have a couple of Sun Wukongs at the top over here. Everything is duplicated. That's great. All right. So I'm gonna give it a second to stabilize. People are still jockeying for position a little bit. Kajiri he's a hopeful to get up above Nizar. I don't know that he's going to, but we'll see. It's a close fight between them. I think that Nizar's pulling ahead, however. I think every increment of, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Looks like maybe Kajiri overtook Nizar. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. They're just neck and neck. It's a race to the finish. Still have 2 minutes remaining, and I'm not confident in which one is going to get there. We're already just under 2 billion at the moment. We have a minute and 35 seconds left. All right. I'm going to call it for Kajiri in third. So 2 Sun Wukongs, followed by Kajiri, then Neza, then Kajiri again, then Neza again, then a couple of Ingrids, Talon, Ajax, Volca, and Ares. So, detriments, let's check them out. And he's got movement speed minus 25% because he moves a lot. Defense minus 20%. We got a couple of instances of burning, different types. Magic damage taken plus 20%. Continuous true damage equal to 1% of the target's max HP per second and increases the physical damage taken by 10%. And more burning damage plus 45%. And magic resistance minus 15%. We got a total of 2,875,480,000. Purification score 2,875. Not bad, guys. We got 1,250 combat merit, 35,000 XP potions, 20,000 gold, 10 smoldering scales, and 2 gear recasting hammer shards. All right. Looks like Rubian is at the top with 49%, but just barely. It's super close. Sun Wukong, his Sun Wukong did 492,818,000. Kajiri was at 428,222,000. And then Mesa was at 335,414,000. So let's see. After that, we've got OJ at Sun Wukong at 527,006,000, followed by Kajiri at 323,682,000, and then Celine at 276,493,000. Oh yes, my guys. Talon is 22,458,100, followed by Ajax at 18,763,800. Okay, let's see. He's at 87%. It's 87.0088%. Well, and increasing by the moment. By the second, really, pretty much. Let's go another time, and then I'll have to take a break for a bit and probably get some food and whatnot. All right, let us invite. OJ said he had 100, so let's see if we can find him in here. Has it disappeared? I don't know. Am I blind? I'm blind. It's right there. All right. So OJ and Rubian. All right, now we'll wait on the check mark and then start matching. I think that it's possible that Rubian has forgotten to click ready. Ah, there it is. Start matching. Okay, I think I went on the upper left-hand side last time, so I'll try that again. And I'll try to do less work than my last attempt. All right, so, no, maybe not. We've got people appearing over there, so we'll do the middle left instead, right here. Aries, Volca, Ajax, Talon here, I think. Oh, I put Talon in completely the wrong place. What a shame. Shall I move her? Yes, I shall. Because she's no good there whatsoever. That's terrible. It's alright. That guy didn't need a debuff anyway, right? Man. So many mistakes in such a short amount of time. Dude, we've been off all day. It's alright. Here we go. Try again. There we are. That'll work better. Oh, OJ was in takeover mode for some reason. Ouch. That is, never a great thing to experience. All right, we broke the 1 billion mark in spite of all of our errors. We've got Sun Wukong times 2 at the top, followed by 2 Kajiris, 2 Nazals, 2 Ingreds, Ajax, Talon, Volca, and Aries. Galaxies End Infinity. He really goes through those galaxies ends, doesn't he? Almost at 2 billion now, getting close. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Galaxy's End incoming again. That's almost took out Ajax right there. So close. Probably the next one may get him. I don't know. We'll see. Galaxy's End is incoming again. So we'll find out. No, did okay that time. Damage plus 45% has stacked up 3 times. And we lost Leia and Ajax there. It lasted till the last like 20 seconds, so I'm not too sad about it. Wolfwood also went down, but we ended up doing pretty decently. We got 2,722,700,000 purification score of 2,722. We got 1,250 combat merit, 20,000 gold, 80 stamina, and 2 gear recasting hammer shards. Not too bad. Oh, Jim says it did deploy my guys way faster than I could. Well, there's that, I guess, right? All right. Aruvian tops the damage with 50% of it. And Seven Kwong did 444,302,000, followed by Kajiri rather. Najiri is entirely different. 428,409,000. Then Nizar at 319,486,000. And then OJ did 48% of the damage. Sun Wukong did 514,744,000 of that, followed by Kijiri with 406,984,000, and then Neza at 264,482,000. Not too shabby, guys. My folks, we got Ajax at the top with 19,626,600, and Talon following that up with 19,373,200. Excellent. Excellent, everyone. Good job. All right, I'm going to have to call it for now, methinks. We'll have to take a break, get some food, all that stuff. Hopefully, I will be back on before Ezra is dead, but I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. But I will try to get back on later on tonight, one way or another. Maybe very late. I don't know. We'll see. I'll check Arena real quick just for funsies. And nothing doing there. All right, but in that case, I'm gonna call it for now, and I hope to see you all later. It was a pleasure streaming with everyone. I hope to see you again next time. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see the next time that I do it all. Hope to see you then, guys.